1995. And then using data from vital statistics, we've identified the parents of the baby boomers and the children of baby boomers. And those children of baby boomers are those who were in 2011 between 19 and 39 years of age. And some authors are referring to this generation as the Y generation, or the echo of the baby boom. So we're really defining three generations: children, parents, and the baby boomers. But we know that in the literature out there, many authors do refer to that generation of children of boomers as the Y generation.
So what that means?
Well, I think it's an interesting trend. I mean, it's true that the census data show that there was a large increase in the number of young children in Canada in the last 5 years. It's the largest increase since the end of the baby boom, so that tells how significant it is. It's also a phenomenon that we've been observing in all provinces and territories in 50 years. So everywhere in Canada, it's overall, everywhere, the number of young children has increased, so that's an interesting result. Canadians have to understand that it's related to two things. First, an increase in fertility level. Our fertility level in Canada was about 1.5 children per woman at the beginning of the year 2000. Now it's close to 1.7 children per woman. So there's been a significant increase in the number of kids Canadian women had. And there was also an increase recently in the number of females in what we call their prime childbearing years. So the number of women at risk of giving birth have also increased recently, which leads also to an increase in the number of birth. And lastly, I think it's important to mention the fact that this phenomenon of an increase in fertility level has been observed also in many other industrialized countries. So it's not just in Canada where we've seen in recent years an increase in fertility level. If you take, for example, the United Kingdom, we've seen such a large increase in fertility level. So there was obviously something going on. It didn't happen just in Canada. But we'll need some more years, though. Demographers will need some more background in order to explain why fertility level has been increasing in such a way recently. I believe an increase in the number of children will mean, for some region in particular, special needs. I mean, we can relate the number of young kids to many programs, daycare, even for policy or planners. Schools in a few years from now. If you're a local policy planner, you might want to look into which neighborhoods where you have large increase in number of kids. You might want to address issues related to parks, building schools, building healthcare facilities, building daycare, etc. So it relates to many things. And also, we'll have to take that new trend into account when we're going to update our population projection, because obviously it can have an impact also on the degree to which the Canadian population will get older in the forthcoming years. The phenomenon of population aging, we'll have to assess what's the impact of this increase in the number of kids on our projection. And that will be done following the rates of the data from the 2011 census. We're going to update our population projections.